Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Now today I have for you a super spicy deck, my boys. We are using D-Boyz, and this card is so good. It's a flip effect monster. You can special summon any number of D-Boyz from your deck in face up attack position. Then you take 1000 damage for each monster special summoned by this effect. Now it might seem like a huge cost for a 100 attack 1000 defense monster, but in reality it's perfect because we have Destiny Draw. So all you gotta do is set your D-Boyz, wait for your opponent to attack into it. You're gonna special summon 2 from the deck, pay 2000 life points, and then you have access to literally whatever you want. So it's the perfect toolbox monster in my opinion. Basically, what I try to do with this deck, like I said, is you want to start with D-Boyz. You pay the life points, and then depending on the situation, you fetch the card that you need. Monster effect monsters are a problem. Grab an Angel of 7. You're going up against mask heroes and you're afraid of the quick play spells. Grab Invader of Darkness. Is there a lot of back row you have to deal with? Grab Vision Hero, Witch Raider. So you can grab whatever you need for whatever the situation is. Do you need to remove a monster? You have Trip to the Doom, some Sea Stealth shenanigans. Grab Cosmic Cyclone. Is your opponent playing Cyber Angels and they have a huge monster on the field? How about you econ cheese that for game? I mean, you literally can grab anything, and that's the beauty of this deck. We have Dark Magician of Chaos here, just because I wanted another dark monster, and the reason why I went with dark is because of Fires of Doomsday. I know that every time I make a deck around one specific card, like D-Boyz this time, I'm never going to see it. So I needed some other cards to help with, the brick hands. So I threw in Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat and 2 Fires of Doomsday. The only downside to Fires of Doomsday is that the monster that you tribute summon has to be dark. But you can also use those tokens for econ cheese plays, and just go from there. I went with 2 Spike Shield with Chain because Angel of 7 has very low defense. So I figure one of the ways for my opponent to get rid of Angel of 7 would be switching to defense mode and then trying to get over it. So Spike Shield with Chain is going to help you with that. We also have defensive cards as 2 Wall Disruptions and Mirror Wall. The reason why I went with 5 traps is so that I have another way of summoning Vision Hero Witch Raider if I don't have the monsters on the field. The econs, like I said, for the econ cheese, and also in case your opponent has multiple monsters, you want to be able to protect your D-Boyz so that you can tribute them during your following turn. So having the 3 econs is very important. And yeah, this is the skill, Destiny Draw. Let's go ahead and get you into some spicy duels. And this deck is so much fun. I'm definitely going to use it during the stream so you guys can see the toolbox potential. First we're going up against Valiant Crowler with his PhD in dueling. And I believe they're going first, which kind of sucks. You want to go first, and this is Sylvan's. But at least he summoned a monster in attack position, so that's good. He already wasted a Martial Leaf. We don't have anything that he can destroy. So I go ahead and just set D-Boyz. I was trying this card at first, Dark Light, because the deck started completely different, and then it just clicked on my head that, to make it a Destiny Draw toolbox. But Dark Light was because I was running a lot of dark monsters, and honestly the effect is pretty cool. Tribute 1 dark monster with 500 or more attack, destroy all monsters that were special summoned this turn. So it works against things like Cyber Angels. It works against Hazy because usually they summon everything in one turn. But it was just a one-off tech. I ended up cutting it. We're gonna see the Ultimate Providence, which really sucks. We don't get the D-Boyz effect, but that's fine because he's got a 2000 plus attack monster. So I take the hit, I use my Fires of Doomsday, and D-Boyz did his job, man. They got that Providence out of the way. So I pick up Angelo 7 because we're going up against Sylvan's, and once you put Angelo 7 on the board, there's nothing for them to do. However, I had the 2 econs, I had 2 tokens, so I can double econ cheese for game. But before that, my opponent gets salty and they rage quit. which is arguably a better way of winning the duel. Next we got the boy Anderson, I think. Yeah, Jesse Anderson. This time I'm going first, and I did start with D-Boyz. And I was also trying Kunai with Chain instead of the third enemy controller, just to have an extra trap, but enemy controller was so good that I just ended up going with 5 traps, since I only have the 1 Witch Raider. But we're gonna set our D-Boyz, and as soon as I see this, I know exactly what I'm going for. Now he just set all 3 of those cards, which means he can't activate anything. So he can mass change into a monster and get rid of my D-Boyz. And you guys know, like I mentioned, with knowing the matchup, knowing that I have mask heroes as my opponents, I'm going to Destiny Draw into Invader of Darkness. As soon as I normal summoned it, there was absolutely no delays whatsoever. I knew that those were all quick plays, whether they would be mass changed enemy controllers, Forbidden Chalice, which is all that mask heroes run. And they just scoop it up. Nice and easy. Next we got Thea Gardner. And this played into my favor because it was a dual standby. So we get that extra card, which is a higher chance of getting into our D-Boyz. And literally that was the 5th card. So without dual standby, I would have not opened up with D-Boyz. Gonna see Saphira, Queen of Dragons, 3500 attack Saphira. So there's many things we could do here. You know, many monsters I could summon, but like I mentioned, when you knowing the matchup, this is Cyber Angels. They have a huge monster on board that I can't get rid of because of the protection on the graveyard. So the tool that we need to take this W is obviously the Econ for that Econ cheese play. And if I didn't have my Hamstrat to, you know, end the game, I could have, you know, Econ took and then tribute for either Dark Magician of Chaos or Invader of Darkness. But luckily I had the other monster that I could summon, so I ended up Econ cheesing for game. Nice and easy, nice and cheesy. It always feels nice to kill Cyber Angels. That was Thea, so we got another Jesse Anderson. I know my boy Dan was trying to make a deck with D-Boyz, but he's cooking up something spicy, so I went ahead and made my own version. See what you guys think about it. I hope he sees this video. I hope he's curious and checks it out, because I think he might be able to unlock their full potential. Going up against Jesse Anderson once again. This time they're running Karakuri monsters. So I just set my Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat. I already have my Tribute monster, so I don't need to rely on the Destiny Draw. But I will have to use one of my enemy controllers in order to... oh, I only had one. My enemy controller in order to save my tokens. And the thing, it's really important to know the difference between, you know, delay and no delay. So when I drew a card, there was a slight delay, which I knew that this meant... it meant that one or both of those cards were chainable. Once I summoned Invader of Darkness, there was absolutely no delay. That told me that those are indeed quick play spells. So I have nothing to fear. I just attack. He activates the field spell, sets another card. I summon 2 tokens in case I draw into another Tribute monster. And end up going for the Econ cheese so that I can just win the game right here. So I didn't really need the Destiny Draw there or the D-Boyz, and that's what I'm saying. When you're not gonna open with your main combo, it's nice to have that backup plan. That time Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat coming in super clutch. And then for our last duel we have a Mako Tsunami running Citadel Well, and once again, knowing the matchup, what does Citadel Well decks have? They have traps and they have their monster effects. So right here we see Gishki Chain, which is gonna stack the deck and that's fine. We're gonna set the D-Boyz. We have the protection in case he summons an additional monster. He does not summon anything, so I'm able to summon my 2 D-Boyz, activate my Destiny Draw, and fetch the card that I need, which in this particular case is gonna be Angelo 7. Angelo 7 pretty much kills the deck. They can't special summon the well because it's a trigger effect. It's not an inherent summon. They can't activate their Gishki chain. They can't activate their little monster from the graveyard. So the only thing that can stop me now is a trap. They can use the what's that monster? Abyss Warrior or whatever. Summons another Gishki chain. He's not able to activate the effect. And now I have a Cosmic Cyclone. So even if C Stealth Attack were to show up, I have an answer for that as well. Sets a monster, sets a back row. That ends up being the C Stealth Attack. Very unlucky that I didn't get another trap just to summon my Vision Hero, Witch Raider, and you know, end the game sooner. But I pick a tree to the Doom, which will do the trick since I have a Spike Shield with Chain to take me all the way up to 3000, and I'm able to win the game that way. Pretty easy, man. I love this deck. This deck is so much fun. I mean, yes, you're gonna break from time to time, but come on, you're playing D-Boyz. What more fun do you need? Let's take a peek at the deck once more. Take a peek at the D-Boyz. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really like this deck. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And till next time.